It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Javonte Williams. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Jaguars and the Buccaneers, next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Bruck. The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
Let's go.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Once again, Irving. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on first. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's the give to Irving. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Wrapped up on that play by big Quentin Williams. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Right back to Irving now. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Irving on the inside give. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 21. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. He's going to throw this one. And he's brought down at the line.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
Moody knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
A win is a win for him. Whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, Or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just one touchdown pass, maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second down now, 7 to go. Now Lawrence on the play fake. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Red on red.
And they send a man in motion. Lawrence now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. A handoff for Williams, running left. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Ready, break.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Buccaneers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see, he's tough. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
That throw finds Kittle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of... Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have it 3rd and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
He's keeping it. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running right, it's Williams. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They go play action here. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Able to get it to Reed. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Hey, easy, route,
2nd and 6 coming up here. Going left side, Williams with it. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
The ball is loose. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This 32 yards out on the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the give, this is Irving. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
with Irving here. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now it's Irving. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams now on 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the Buccaneers. With it, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Stopped by Deion Henley. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing now from the gun. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? They'll try and throw it here. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
24.
On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
So we're halfway through this contest from Jacksonville. The hometown Jaguars. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought... inside the 25 on the return. Here come the Jaguars, taking the field on offense to start the third. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And he'll get it up to the 27. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
On second down, a run with Williams. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on third down.
Okay, ready? Here we go, sir.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here we go, sir.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. Broke through the tackle. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 1. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a short gain of 1. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Here's 2nd and 11. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
A run with Williams. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. That one's out and cut on the right side. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and goal. Here's Williams. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here we go, sir.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong.
Here we go, sir.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Here's the give to Irving. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 37. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. He's dropping back to throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country, right? Coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game wreckers. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Ready, set.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's Thomas, he's got it. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Up the gut they go with Williams. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets there to take him down. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
All right, let's go. Silver.
Garindo running between the tackles. And that's good for a gain of 5. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey. Silver.
They'll go right back to Garindo. And they bring him down around the 34. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Great job.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's Garindo again. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Here we go, son.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, run. Here we go, son.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Rip, 23.
On the give, it's Garindo. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now, after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him.
Ralph. Here we go, son.
From the gun, Garindo. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Now a give to Garindo. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Lisa, 24.
Reed now, in motion left. All right, trying to pick this up with a jet sweep. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That kind of call right there, Kate, it shouldn't be the 3rd down surprise. It used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. But boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
They'll run, it's Garindo. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars have likely locked up the win right there. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. On his little for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here come the Bucs on offense now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. From the 29. Flush down now to his left. He's on the move. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now they face 2nd down.
Let's go. Go.
Pass play coming here. That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Dropping back to throw. Irving hauls it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now a carry by Irving. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Buccaneers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. And they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers get it back to a 14-point game. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And this is covered by the Jaguars.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Let's go.
Trying it left side with Garindo. And he's brought down after a short gain. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
Hey. Here we go.
Here's a give. Fullback headed up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming.
Red on red. Here we go.
Handoff headed right. It's Garindo. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So a punt coming up on 4th down, and it's against Belgium native Corliss Waitman with the honors. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Throwing from near his own goal line. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connecting on the slant. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. 1st and 10, looking to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Jaguars kneeling out the rest of this victory.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory.